Welcome to the second video in week 2, Diversity and Inclusion for the Child Development 150. Today, I'm going to talk more about the mission and diversity statement that you'll be writing in your weekly assignment for this week. So what is an early childhood education program and why should we have a mission statement? So you really are in this assignment for this week are really going to try to get to the root of your goal. So what is your vision for early childhood education? Why do you do this job? Why do you love this job, hopefully? And how do you think children learn and grow? So that's kind of what we're going to be exploring. Why is it important? Why do you need to write this down? Why are you giving me this assignment? Because you need the rest of this class, all the policies, the procedures, the parent manual, they're all based on this idea. If you don't know why you're doing this, then you're going to have a really hard time coming up with effective policies and procedures to make sure that it's done properly. So you probably have an idea and hopefully you can run with it. So then you can write a mission statement because that mission statement is then going to be communicated with everybody you come in contact with. The children that you work with, the staff that you hire, the funders that give you money, the parents who come to drop their children off every day, the board that allows you to keep your job, and any kind of administration above you. All of those people need to know why you're doing this, and they need to know what type of program you run. Because if you don't even know what type of program, how can you communicate that to the parent that's going to walk into your door? If they want super Reggio Waldorf, farm school, chickens running around, project-based, and you're a super traditional academic after-school program, that might be a fundamental mismatch. If that family is looking for something really different than you don't provide, you probably don't want to enroll them in your after-school program. It's probably not going to be a great situation for you guys. You believe that children learn in one way. You're probably trying to close that achievement gap. You're working with at-risk children. You may be not using that project approach, and maybe you're not having a lot of time to bake bread and make feeling dolls and things like that. And that's totally fine. I love all of the programs that you guys run. I see the need and the beauty in all of them. I just want you to know the program that you run or want to run in the future, why you're doing it, what your purpose is, what your philosophy is, why you love this job, and I want you to communicate it to me. The vision that you have, this is going to inform the mission statement. So as we are writing this week, I want you guys to kind of think about the two assignments that we have. You're going to write a mission statement, and a mission statement is a vision. It's the way that you're going to create a set of goals that are reflected in your planning, your policies, and procedures. So basically the rest of this class. They're going to influence the planning and implementing of all aspects of your school's program. Curriculum, your cultural competency, your services, your activities that you offer, the families that you serve, the way that you involve families in your program, your facilities and how you manage and upkeep it, how you hire for people, and your financial management. All of those things are affected by what we're writing today. And that's why we started at the beginning. I need to know what kind of person you are, what kind of leader you are, and why you do this job. In addition to that, we'll also be writing a diversity statement. A diversity statement is a mission statement, but it echoes it. It takes your mission statement and adds a specific policy or small paragraph about your program's goals for diversity. I have a couple of little things to support you in your diversity statement on Canvas. I have a diversity PDF for you guys to write. For you guys to read. It's all about diversity and writing it. And then page 43 of your textbook also has some great examples for diversity mission statements. It's also something that if you Google, you're going to get fantastic information as well. So if you Google diversity mission statement, you'll get something literally from Google, the organization. You'll get it from Facebook. You'll get it from Oprah. All of these large people, individuals, government groups, nonprofits, and even for-profit businesses like Google and Facebook have diversity mission statements, way that they include different learners, they include people with different learning needs, and then diverse populations and things like that. So you can either try page 43 or you can Google it as well to get a wide range of in different fields and industries outside of education, how they value and honor diversity. Also, if you're working with your mission statement, you might also want to Google mission statement for a school that you really like. Discovery Isle, YMCA, Head Start, Waldorf schools, Evergreen Reggio School in Los Angeles, you know, whatever kind of program you really like, they will probably have a mission statement and they'll even be part of their website. So you can get some really great ideas that way as well. But really what this is a process of reflection. I have this picture because I think the best thing to do when you're writing your weekly assignment this week is to get a piece of paper, maybe a big one, some markers, some paint. It's just something, and I do find that by writing it longhand, you kind of unleash a different part of your brain maybe, and just start writing down. What do you believe about children? How do children grow? How do children learn? How do you support families? Why should families be supported? What type of education do you like? You can even find quotes from Maria Montessori or from Reggio people or other people that you've worked with. Just kind of do like, not a vision board, but just kind of step out of your own self. Like if you were just meeting yourself and you wanted to tell them why you work with young children, what would you say? And you can just write it down, total stream of consciousness, so that you can start to kind of maybe unlock while you're doing this and come up with some words that you might want to use in that mission statement. It's also a process of reflection when we look at diversity work. I know that when I first started, you know, 18, 19 years ago, I definitely had a tourist approach when it comes to diversity. So I just picked and choose. I never dived deep. It was just kind of like I was taking a trip to China, I was taking a trip to Samoa or Iran or Africa or Mexico. And all of those children in all of those countries that I talked about have been represented by real life children and families in my program. And I wanted to meet the needs of the children that I was working with, but I didn't really know how to go any deeper. So there is a challenge to it. It is hard. So by kind of committing in words what you want to do, hopefully that will start the organic process of evaluating your program and getting to where you might want to do. So reflect on yourself, what type of program you're running now, or what kind of position you have now, and what do you want to do in the future. So maybe you are an assistant director, but you'd love to be a program director. Or you're teaching someday and you'd like to take a little bit more responsibility with your own program. Where are you going and how can you support your program and its goals for diversity within that vision? So right now what I'm going to do is I am going to I'm going to share with the internet. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, I'm going to go to Canvas, and I'm going to bring up the assignment for this week. I won't always do this, but I will try when, especially like for financial planning and things like that, where it gets a little bit wonky, it gets very procedure and policy based. I will bring up certain things that you guys can bring up the work that you're actually going to do for that week in that assignment. So when we're doing financial planning, I'll bring up Excel spreadsheets and things like this. And that's why I like the Zoom video, is it allows me to do that. So I can go into Canvas as I am now, and I can go to the assignment that we'll have up for this week, and I can show you guys exactly what the assignment is. So in this case, I am going to do it. Not every week I'll do this. I'll typically always talk about the assignment and things that you need to be aware of in the video. So I'm always going to kind of bring up things to think about, things to get your imagination started, or give you some hints and things like that for policies and procedures we might write. And then financial, I'll bring up Excel spreadsheets and things like this. So this week, the assignment is for 5 points to write a mission statement, and for another 5 points to write a diversity statement. And like I said, for the diversity statement, I have a PDF already up on Canvas for you guys to look at. And then also I've given you some ideas of places that you can Google in order to get information on diversity mission statements and just regular mission statements. Maybe even looking outside of our industry at large groups like Google or Facebook that you might want to emulate in your own. So really, first you're going to write a paragraph, so really short, 200 to 300 words, outlining your beliefs, your purpose, and your vision, why you work for children, what do you want them to learn and achieve in your own program. Then I want you to write a diversity statement. So it's going to take the work of a mission statement, it's going to echo it, and it's going to go further into detail about your intentions for valuing just diversity or encouraging positive representation in whatever kind of form that takes in your own program. So that is the assignment for this week. Like I talked about in the video, maybe starting off a little bit creative or just doing a stream of consciousness, ideas, words, things like that. And then taking those types of things and crafting it into a paragraph that you can go ahead and give me. And then I'll give you some feedback at the end of the week after you've turned it in, giving you maybe some ideas to think about. Because like I had said previously, what you'll probably do is you'll take a snippet of it, and that will be in part of your marketing material for your program. Something that you'll put on your Facebook page or your website or your social media pages, or how you'll kind of communicate the program. So it is going to be a work in progress. I'd like a really great attempt this week, and then I'll give you some feedback as you kind of refine it further. All right, that is it for this week. Have a great week, and I will see you in the discussion board.